Hi pals, John here with the Lens Palette, and today we're going to look at bicolor lights. Some of you may have heard the term bicolor and wondered what it means, or you may have seen lights that are listed as RGB, WW, and been like, well, it's red, green, blue, white, white. Why are they saying white twice? Likewise, some of you may have heard of color temperature or white balance and wonders how that all kind of plays into everything. It's all part of the same thing, so we're going to take a look at that right now. Beside me here, I have the Aputure Lightstorm 300X. It's on not its regular stand, which is why it's a little bit wobbly. Please ignore it, but it is lighting up the background. If I wave my hand in front of it, you can see my shadow cast nicely on the back wall. The back wall itself is looking pretty yellow right about now. The two lights that I have lighting me up are set to 5600 Kelvin. That's 5600 with a little K on the end of it. That is what these two lights are set to, and it's the same as I've set the white balance in my camera. So what that means is if I were to hold up a sheet of paper, of white paper, like so, it appears white to the camera because my lights and my white balance match. The wall behind me, however, is looking kind of yellow. That's because the 300X is a bicolor light, and I have currently set the color temperature on it to 2700 Kelvin. And that's on the more yellowy, warmer side of the scale. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm just going to dial it up through its range until we get all the way up to its maximum color temperature, which is actually on the cooler side of things, and that's going to be 6500 Kelvin. As you can see, the wall behind me is now sort of more blue than it is yellow. Now if I come back down to 5600K, which is right about there, you should see that if you've ever been into our office, this pretty much is the color that the walls are. And it's a little bit blown out because the power, the intensity of the light is focused on one spot, and that has a tendency to blow things out. But that is, if I dial that back some, that is the color of our wall behind me right there. It's important because you might find yourself in a situation where you have mixed lighting. For example, here in this office, we don't have daylight bulbs in our lights, or at least not in all of them. We have some that are more tungsten, more on the warm end of the scale than other lights. And so if you're trying to shoot in those circumstances, your white object, somebody wearing a white shirt, for example, might look fine in one place and less fine in a different part of that same room, all because they have different light bulbs over the top of them. And that's kind of where these bicolor lights come into play. So if you can match your main light, your key light, to the ambient light, you're not going to have like this disconnect between the colors on your subject and the colors in the background. The flip of that, of course, is that you may actually want a disconnect. You may want to help your subject stand out more from the background or their surroundings. And so you can play into that. You could put daylight colored lights into a room that is more tungsten colored. It's all a matter of creative choice. So there's no wrong and right answer as long as you know what it is you're going for in the beginning. But that's why the RGB lights are listed as RGB WW, because all of our RGBs can actually have tunable white balance, also known as CCT, which is something color temperature correct, color temperature corrected, color temperature. Or the 300X, these Milo lights that I'm using to light myself, they're not RGBs, they're LED lights that also are color tunable. I hope that makes sense. If you have any questions about it, drop us a comment, give us a call. And if you have found this informative, if you just really think it's good content, consider giving us a like, subscribe, share, smash a bell, tell a friend, and until next time, I'll see you soon.